This example uses Studio 17 Pro, which has a feature called the chord track. To know the chord progression, select an audio file and drag it into the chord track. The chords listed are F, D flat, B flat minor, B flat suspended 4, and back to F. Without knowing anything else about chord progressions, it is now possible to recreate this section of the song. Select any of the chords in the chord track, and now we can use the chord selector feature. The 3 notes outlined in blue are the notes that make up this chord. Selecting a different chord will outline the notes of that chord. With this information, we could build our own chord progression using our own instruments. Adding an interval of 7 creates a slightly different sound for the selected chord. This is also now outlined in blue. It's highly recommended to explore the sounds created by selecting the various intervals. Another way to explore the chord progression is to use a feature called Melodyne. The software is analyzing the audio file, so it gets more detailed musical information than the chord track feature. Here, we see the notes of the first section, which are F2, C, and F3. The second section we see a flat and D flat, and those are also in higher pitch. Since this is an audio file of a guitar, the software is picking up the twang of the higher frequencies. Actually, it would be interesting to use this information on, say, a synthesizer or piano to explore the sounds produced by these higher frequencies. Save this as a MIDI file that you can use later with different software instruments. Apply a melodic algorithm to see what the software has analyzed. We can use that information to write hooks, riffs, and melodies, or to better understand the melodies that are in the current song. Play these notes on your favorite instrument. This will help get into the zone of this chord progression. Notice that the software also shows the key that this audio sample is in. It is F minor. Melodyne has features that let us understand sound in new and interesting ways. We can see how closely a single or all of the notes are to being in tune. We can also adjust each or all of the notes to be in or out of tune, which is a great way to explore sound. Create a new MIDI track and bring the MIDI file of the chord progression we saved. Select a virtual instrument. I will select a guitar, but you can choose any instrument to explore your own sound. The notes in the MIDI file can also be changed and adjusted. Check out my other videos to see more on that.